What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Murder, Mystery, and the Unknown. How long has it been? 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks, yeah. I was
2 weeks.
sick for 2 weeks. Probably had COVID, but my COVID test didn't work.
You didn't have COVID, remember?
Well, I mean, I tested negative, but probably had COVID.
He probably had the new strain of it. The doctor said he gets to name it.
Fuck up.
I'm going to call it Anel.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Wait, why?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
You don't get it?
I do.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm kind of slow.
So, yeah, what's up? What's new with... It's been 2 weeks since we last... What was the last episode we did?
It was the French guy, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That was the last episode?
I think so, yeah.
That was pretty good. I
Dupont.
like that. Was that you?
That was me.
No,
Oh, that was
yeah.
you? I like that one. Breaking news, bros.
What?
Donald Trump indicted. What does that mean? I don't know.
Educate me. I don't know what that means.
All right, let me read this.
I got a high school
excerpt.
education. Barely.
Donald Trump has been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury, his lawyer said Thursday, making him the first former U.S. president to face a criminal charge and jolting his bid to retake the White House next year. The charges center on payments made during the 2016 presidential campaign to silence claims of an extramarital sexual encounter. The indictment injects a local district attorney's office into the heart of a national presidential race. I guess that pretty much means that they're going to, try him?
Yeah, it says it means to formally accuse somebody of a serious crime. Or formally charge somebody.
I guess that's pretty big, huh? If it's,
If it's true.
if it involves money and, because I think...
And if it's true.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Did you guys hear about what happened in Tennessee?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
I sent you the video.
Yeah.
The shooting,
Yep.
right?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
Did you see the video?
Did you see the body cam
Yeah,
footage?
yeah. It was blurred. The one that I saw,
I think they're all blurred, no?
Well,
Yeah.
what was blurred?
them shooting
No, not the one that we saw.
person.
Well, the one that I sent you wasn't blurred.
What do you mean? The person that when they shot the shooter?
Well,
was
yeah,
blurred.
when they shot him.
Oh, yeah, that's what
I
was
mean.
blurred.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't show them actually, the gun, or the shots.
Did you see the child?
No, I
You didn't see it?
No.
It was...
It was blurred out,
Yeah,
but
it was
Oh,
blurred
God,
out.
I didn't see that. I'm glad I didn't, though. Shit. Yeah, man. It's getting fucking weirder and weirder, huh? And then, the whole situation with Russia and China. Did you hear about
I
that?
haven't heard.
What did they do?
They pretty much made it so right now, the universal currency is the U.S. dollar.
Okay.
And they made an agreement that they themselves won't trade with that currency. So that's going to drop. It's supposed to drop the dollar's value down because everybody uses it. And since not everybody's going to be using it, those are two big trade companies.
Yeah.
It should pretty much devaluate it.
Mm.
Right. And I think I saw something with China and Brazil too. I don't know how much that affects it, but I think they did pretty much the same thing.
With Brazil too?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. But we're still doing podcasts. yeah.
How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
LeBron's legacy.
Till we drop.
We drop. Hey, the nukes could be going down outside, but this podcast never
Yeah.
stops.
We'll be here to cover the nukes. All right, lighter news, I guess. Today's opening day for baseball. I know. I was just about to say, I know how much you love baseball, Alex.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
Go who?
Dodgers.
He's like Lakers.
Oh, man. It should be interesting. All right. So, do you guys have anything? Fights? Anything like that? You guys want to touch on really quick?
No, let's just go into it.
No.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right, for sure. I was going to drink from my water, but fuck you guys.
We'll take a sip.
Nah, that's all right. I got enough juice. All right, let's go.
Here to discuss the so-called flying saucers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA.
The manner of death was homicide.
That we can't explain.
Welcome to Murder, Mystery, and the Unknown.
So this one right here is called the Jamison Family Disappearance. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to be reading from allthat'sinteresting.com. I think you read from it once, right? Or one of you did. It sounds familiar. Allthat'sinteresting.com.
I don't remember either.
Okay, so Bobby Dale Jamison, his wife Sherilyn, and their 6-year-old daughter Madison were living what appeared to be normal lives in, and I'm going to butcher this. I'm not sure if this is how it's pronounced. It's Eufaula, Oklahoma, until October 8th, 2009. That day, all three of them mysteriously disappeared from their home with no indication of where they could have possibly gone. After a few days of searching, the police turned up the family's pickup truck, but it only raised more questions than it answered. The Jamison family disappears. The Jamison family truck was found in Latimer County, about an hour drive from their home. The family had recently been in the area looking to buy 40 acres of land where they planned to live inside a storage shed they already owned. But the items discovered inside the truck seemed to indicate the couple had not planned to be away from the truck for long. Inside, investigators found their IDs, wallets, phones, Sherilyn's purse, the family dog, which was malnourished but still alive in the backseat of the truck. And that's not even the craziest thing they found. The craziest thing they found was actually $32,000 in cash. Yep. So both Bobby Dale and Sherilyn were on disability at the time of their disappearance, and where they could have gotten that much cash or that they intended to do with it was unknown, because the disability that they were getting from it shouldn't have totaled up to this much in cash. Investigators suspected that drugs may have been involved in the disappearance and that the large amount of cash was a result of a couple either buying or selling drugs. But they couldn't explain why they would have brought their daughter along with them. And it was impossible to tell from the condition of the truck if they had left voluntarily or had been forced out of the car by someone else, perhaps leaving their belongings behind while under duress. So from everything that I saw, the truck seemed to be like untouched, kind of like you just get out of your truck, you're working, you get out of your truck and you leave it like that, right? So there was no struggle inside the truck, okay? So a search party was formed, and investigators combed through miles of woods and surrounding area looking for any trace of the Jamison family. They turned up nothing, okay? So fast forward 3 years. The case went cold until November 16th, 2013. That day, just 3 miles from where the Jamison family truck was found 4 years earlier. Why did it say fast forward? Or anyways, I guess it was 4 years, not 3 years. Only 3 miles away from the truck, okay? Hunters stumbled upon the partial skeletal remains of 2 adults and 1 child. Forensic testing proved they were the skeletons of the Jamison family, but due to state of decomposition, the cause of death could not be determined. Which I actually thought that for most cases you could find the skeleton and be able to still be able to detect the cause of death, but apparently not.
No, yeah, I had heard that once they were too decomposed, that they couldn't. Sometimes it was impossible to tell the cause of death. I had heard that before.
Yeah, but do you know the exact time frame?
No.
Okay, I thought it was more than 3 or 4 years, but
wait, wasn't that an issue with Ray Rivera where they couldn't exactly tell because his body was so decomposed when they found him in the auditorium in that hotel? Wasn't it something like that?
I don't think so.
No?
Not with him, because he was found like only weeks later, no? It wasn't years.
It was weeks later, pero...
Yeah, but like something about that it was so hot and humid that the body decomposed fast. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the police went back into the case when the bodies were found, right? So first, they uncovered a strange security video taken outside the Jamison family home the night they left. In the video, the couple is seen going back and forth between the house and the truck, packing up their belongings as if they weren't strange enough. Prior to their disappearance, Bobby Dale had gone to his pastor and claimed that his home was haunted, saying that he had 2 to 4 ghosts on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah. So the video that they're talking about here, it's super grainy, But there is a video online. We're not gonna show it. I mean, I'll show you guys later if you guys want. But it's super grainy and super choppy. You can't really tell what it is they're doing, but you can't tell that they are walking from the house to the truck, right? And there's also instances in the video. I don't know if the police have a better video of it, but supposedly there's instances where they just kind of stop what they're doing. Okay. So they'll be like walking to the truck, say like with like a bag in their hand, and then they just stop. And they stand still for a bit, and then they keep going. And it's all of them do that. So it's kind of like they're in some sort of trance, right? Which is weird as fuck.
They say never take your own.
Wait, what?
They said they say never take your own supply.
Oh, don't get high off your own supply.
Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere with this.
You know, I didn't even think of that, but maybe it depends what drug they were using, huh? But maybe it could be. But I think the kid too.
Oh, the kid too.
And I would hope that they're not giving the kid drugs, right? Also, that was a suspicion that the cops had. It was never proven, just so you know. So the whole ghost thing with Bobby Dale, right? The dad, and then Sherilyn had actually purchased a satanic Bible allegedly as a joke, but Bobby Dale confessed to his pastor that he had read it, leading some people to believe that witchcraft may have been a factor in their deaths. So we're getting a little fucking funky here.
Well, look, if there's any drugs involved, I mean, they already kind of sound kind of loopy,
kooky, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. But here's where it's kind of weird. So Sherilyn's mother, Connie Cockington, believed that the Jamisons had somehow gotten entangled with a cult and were murdered by violent members, but she never named the cult, and no evidence has ever been discovered to support the theory. This article doesn't mention it, but there's actually she also kind of gave like her side to the police, the mom, and she said she lived with them, and that when she lived with them, they were perfectly normal. There was like they didn't fight. There was nothing like weird about them, right? That they seemed like perfectly normal people. So yeah, all these like weird fucking things that are going on, they're kind of like news to her and news to everybody around them, right? So police did look into the theory that the Jamisons' deaths had been a murder-suicide, right? Because, you find 3 bodies all together. And they did uncover an angry letter written from Sherilyn to Bobby that was 11 pages long. This led them to speculate that Bobby Dale had driven his whole family into the woods, murdered his wife, daughter, and then himself. But this theory couldn't be proven. So other than the 11-page letter, which is pretty fucking long.
What if they were in a cult and there were sacrifices?
Maybe.
Hey, there's some weird shit.
Yeah, I know. But the way you say it is funny. We'll jump into some weird shit later. All right, hold up.
They don't take you seriously, Alex. I'm tired of this, man.
All right. Another hypothesis considered was that Bobby Dale's father, Bob Dean, had been involved. So Bobby, the son, had filed a protective order against his dad, claiming that he had threatened to kill him and his family and that they were afraid of their lives. Which you're like,
there it is.
Yeah, there you go, right? But Bobby Dale's petition for a protective order paints a picture of a very dangerous man who thinks he is above the law and was involved in prostitute gangs and meth. However, Bob Dean died a mere 2 months after the Jamison family went missing and had been in poor health for some time. So, that, I don't know. His brother, Jack Jamison, claimed that he was either in a hospital or rest home at the time. And although he was a disturbed individual, he was not capable of being involved in the murders. It's that pretty much that little restraining order that he tried to get against his dad, a judge threw it out. Okay. So it was never granted. Okay.
Meaning he was full of.
What happened?
I said it means he was full of.
Could be. Could be. And there's also some theories about that too. So the Jamison family case seemed to have many leads, but none of them led anywhere conclusive, and investigators remained unsure of what to make of their mysterious disappearance and death. Israel Beauchamp, who had been the Latimer County sheriff at the time, stated that a lot of investigators would love to have as many leads as we do. The problem is they point in so many different directions. Despite all the mysterious clues and theories, police haven't been able to untangle the mystery of the Jamison family deaths. The case remains unsolved to this day. I also want to add that this same guy, Israel Beaucamp, he was later interviewed, and he said that those two, the mom and the dad, they were scammers. That's what he called them. So like pretty much they're, you know how they were on disability. Apparently that was like a scam that they did. However, there's no like, it's kind of weird for an investigator to come out and say that publicly, even though he has no like direct evidence. You know what I mean? And this also isn't mentioned in the article, but another reason why Bobby Dill was suing his dad was because he was working at a, I believe it was either a gas station or like just a little market, right? And his dad had promised him that he was going to give him half of all the revenue, but he never did that. That's another reason why he wanted to sue his dad, pretty much.
He was upset at his dad.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the end of that article kind of explains it perfectly. There's so many things there, but none of it makes sense, right? So
I'll put the puzzle piece together right now.
All right, bro. Let us know what you think.
Come on, so we could go home early to that.
No, just kidding. 20-minute recording. But yeah, I mean, before we go on this little like, you know,
sounds like we're gonna go in a rabbit hole.
Yeah, our little hypotheses. For me,
I'm ready to call bullshit on the ghost.
On the ghost. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention either. Sorry. There was actually two things that were for sure missing. I'm not sure if it was from the truck or from the house. Oh yeah, it was or described trans like. Oh yeah, it was from the vehicle. So, Sherilyn's handgun that was missing, and then
also she had a piece too.
Yeah, a brown briefcase.
Brown briefcase.
So that brown briefcase, you can see her put it in the truck, but it's not in the truck when they find it. And neither is the gun.
Interesting. Were they ever found?
No.
No. What about that 32K? Like, was it just like in the truck?
Yeah, it was just there. It was just sitting there. Which just to go off topic really quick. If you guys were those hikers that found the truck and you found that money, be honest, would you take it? Like, who would know?
Could we hit stop on that real quick so I can answer this question?
Look,
we'll start with Alex.
I'd kick Carlos's ass first to take that.
You two are the two hikers, and
I beat his ass up first and take it. No, I'm just
Alex
kidding.
like there'd be a fifth guy missing.
fourth.
Fourth.
Well, I don't know. Depends.
I don't know. I was thinking about it. Like, if there's no way it can be traced back to you, right? Because like they don't even know where the money came from.
What truck?
Where's this truck at? Huh? I guess like they didn't know, like you find it, right? You don't know what happened. You don't know what's like if there's expected to be $32K in cash there. So like in that sense, I guess the smart thing to do would be not to take it. But I know a lot of people that would take that fucking.
Like honestly, I think I would be scared. I'll be like, damn, $32K, Carlos.
16.
And then next thing I hear is sorry, Carlos, and then
what's this gun doing here? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know what though? You know what's okay? So there's like a theory that like they happen to find somebody on the road, and then that person kind of like made them get off their truck, right? Whoops, sorry. Because the bodies were only found, what was it, like 3-4 miles away from the truck, right? It's not that far away. So the theory is that that person, whoever it was, or those people, they pulled them out the car, they robbed them, right? And then they killed them. But what did you rob? What did you actually take, right? You didn't really take anything unless your fucking sole purpose was just to kill them.
Unless that briefcase has something.
That too, maybe
something more valuable than the
30. It can be more valuable than $32K in
How
cash.
big was that?
$33K in cash in a briefcase.
Right. Or unless he didn't know that there was cash in there, huh?
Hey, okay. As far as the money,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the Oklahoman, and it said that when Bobby sued
His dad.
that they actually settled outside of court for $64K.
Are you sure?
That's what, look, in 2005. What?
The fish is just something crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
In 2005, Bobby Jamison filed a civil lawsuit after allegedly injuring his back in a wreck in Oklahoma County.
No, but that wasn't with his dad. That was another. That was the whole disability thing.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess my point was that's probably where the money came from.
That's all. I don't think that's true either because everything that I saw said that it was settled out of the court, but there was never an amount that was given.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there was an amount given,
that would make sense. But then again, that's 5 years earlier. You know what I mean?
5 years. Yeah, 05.
You'd think they settled for more than.
I don't know. I'm just saying maybe that's where the money came from.
Seems like a lot. And like, I don't know. I guess I would have to know how much you can settle out of court with somebody, right? And then if you do that, like what's their spending habits? You know what I mean? Like, would they waste it all in a year?
Mm-hmm.
I know some people would, like save it up or like only use it when they need it.
But I mean, then again, is it that weird with about the $32K in cash because they were on their way to buy
The thing is, where did that money come from?
Oh, nah. Well,
They're saving some.
Their GPS, because there was a GPS in the truck in the truck. It showed that they had actually driven up a little hill and then came back. Which is kind of weird, right? Again, there's no like, it's like all these little like details, but they don't add up to anything.
Wait, what year did this happen in?
2010?
Yeah.
Oh, 2010, okay.
2009. October 8, 2009. They, obviously there's no like exact date, but they disappeared on October 8, 2009. So they could have died a couple days later or something like that.
I want to see the video.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys, but I'm telling you, it's super disappointing because it's extremely choppy.
But can you hear things?
That
way I could play it on the...
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, what's it called? What do I look for?
Just Jamison Family video, and it's like a minute long video.
Oh, perfect.
I think this is... And then that's another thing is that I think this is all that was released. You know how the police has the videos and then they release stuff? I think this is all that was released from them. Because I would imagine there's more to that thing.
Oh, no. Which one?
This guy terrorizes me.
Oh, that's him. I forgot. Yeah. This one's like 49 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, but I want to read.
I can read it. So it says the Jamison family from Eufaula, Oklahoma, United States, consisting of Bobby Dale Jamison, his wife Sherilyn Legan Jamison, and their daughter Madison Stormy Star Jamison, mysteriously disappeared on October 8, 2009. Their suspected remains were found on November 15 through 16, 2013, and were positively identified by the Oklahoma medical examiner on July 3rd, 2014. No cause of death was determined, and the circumstances surrounding their disappearance remain unanswered. Let's play it. Oh.
I had already hit play with my magic pen.
Oh. Now I pause it. It's a truck right there. God, it's freaking loud.
I know.
So like I said, it's really disappointing because it's
Yeah, but how from that video? How can you tell that they were just standing?
there's parts because okay,
Because
so
it's
like,
really like choppy.
yeah, so there's parts where because it's like on by frames, right?
Mhm.
It's like a certain frame rate. So there's frames where they're standing still for a while,
Okay.
and they're standing exactly in the same place where
Okay.
where they stop. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Things around them are still moving and stuff like that. So that's how they're like, oh yeah, they're just standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sucks
Oh,
that
that's
it's really
funny.
bad.
Somebody in the comments put, "How on earth can you tell they're in a trance-like state from this video? It's running at like 3 FPS."
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But
Yeah, no, but I'm sure they have their ways of you know,
mhm.
of figuring these things out. Okay, so let's go through the theories, I
Mhm.
guess, right? From the weirdest would be for me the weirdest is the cult thing, right?
Mhm.
Not saying that it's the least likely, but that's like the I don't know if this were to come out later and be like, yeah, a cult killed him, I'd be like, what the fuck? That's crazy. You know, what do you guys think about that?
I mean, it could be possible.
But
It's
why
'cause
wouldn't
It's because you mentioned a few things,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a person can be doing all those things all at once.
I just think the craziest thing is that nobody took the money, or unless they left. What? Why am I in the story with you? You greedy.
Yes.
Okay, go. What were you saying?
Oh, well, yeah, like, why wouldn't they take the money, right?
Again, we could just like they found the truck
Okay.
and they had heard about the disappearance
Mhm.
a while back, and they're like, well, fuck, maybe this is a truck, right? Let's not touch anything. Let's not go inside.
Yeah.
And then the people that found the money were actually the cops who got there later.
Mm.
Could be that.
What is fucking
Yeah,
weird is
probably.
that, and let me just go back because I don't want to get this wrong.
Hey, I would have peeped through those windows and looked inside.
What's weird is that there was like
Yeah,
a
I
search
would've
party,
too.
right?
Mhm.
That combed the woods and everywhere where they thought they were. And then when they found the truck, it was only 3 miles
Away from that area?
just from where the family truck was found 4 years later.
Wait, was this one of those cases where they had already searched that area and the truck wasn't there, or they never?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so because it seems like they just missed it, right? Or
They just never got to it.
yeah, something. And it was actually hunters, not hikers. Oh no, that's the bodies. Hold up, sorry. Give me a sec. Jamison found about an hour. Oh no. So the truck was about an hour away from their house,
Okay.
which depending on how fast they were driving, how it just I wonder why not say miles instead of hours. That's weird. I discovered inside the truck.
Is that with traffic or no traffic?
Oh, it was actually the police that found the truck. Sorry. And yeah, the traffic. It was the police that found the truck.
So no hunters or hikers?
No, the hikers or the hunters found the bodies.
The bodies,
Or
yeah.
the skeletons, the skeletal remains, right? So, I mean, that explains why nobody took the cash, right? Because the police were the ones who found it. And it seems that they found it.
And I wanted to be a cop.
They found it not too long after the family disappeared. So that explains why nothing was taken and why the cash would still be inside, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this picture. I hope the camera can pick this up, but this shit's eerie as fuck.
That was from
Probably
the same
won't,
article, no?
but-
I had seen it.
Yeah.
It's just,
What the fuck?
it just looks weird.
I know, it
'cause-
looks scary as fuck, but I don't know.
We'll try to zoom in right there, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Okay, so the cult thing, right? For me, the fact that the mom never noticed anything weird and she was
Mhm.
living with them for months,
Mm-hmm.
right? I feel like you'd see something or you'd notice something that's a little bit off.
Yeah, but sometimes people are really good at hiding things.
Yeah, could be, but I don't know. Like I could see like the daughter like accidentally saying something. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? If she knows or if she like,
Wait, how old was the daughter?
let me see. I keep closing pages and I shouldn't be doing that, huh? Jamison Family.
Because I mean, was she old enough to actually notice things and like?
Yeah, she was
And-
6.
6.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, still forming, still developing, but I mean, you understand things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy though that the daughter went with him too.
Yeah, and like so like the cult thing, right? Again, I don't
Mhm.
know. It's kind of weird for me. I can't get my head around that. Them being drug dealers, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I get that one. That one kind of makes a little bit of sense, but why would you take your daughter to do a deal like that? You know what I mean? And even if that's the case, if you're doing a drug deal gone wrong,
Mm-hmm.
the fucking people are going to take what's inside the truck or even take the truck itself.
Mm-hmm.
That seems likely to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What else? What were the other the dad somehow being involved? I mean, he died 2 months after their disappearance. So that kind of tells you that he was already in a bad state.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how can somebody carry out a 3-person murder when you're kind of like already on your last days?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then the one that I think is a little bit more likely is the murder-suicide, right?
Okay.
Which, I mean, it's like that one we just did, the French guy. I
Mhm.
forget his name. You pronounce it really fucking good. My wife was like,
I forgot his name.
Do it. It turns me on.
Dupont.
nah.
Okay. I don't know.
But yeah, like we see cases like that all the time, right?
Mhm.
The only weird thing is why load the truck, unless like he told the wife we're leaving,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that was kind of like his excuse to get her inside the truck and the kid.
Part of the story.
Yeah. But then they were found 4 or how many miles away? God damn it. All these little details.
Where was an hour away?
No,
No, they
that
were
was
an hour
a-
away from their home.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were 3 miles away from the truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could see
Hey,
him.
but if it was like a murder-suicide, then wouldn't the gun be there, obviously?
That too, huh?
Yeah.
Like-
oh, shit. I didn't think of that. Yeah, dog, none of this makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Then how would the gun have disappeared if it was a murder-suicide?
Mm-hmm.
And all the 3 bodies were found together?
Yeah, they were all like right next to
Okay.
each other. And
So, no, did any of the bodies have a...
gunshot wounds?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, well, that would kind of give them an idea of what happened, no? You're on Reddit?
Yeah. Reddit always has the answers.
Fuck no.
But I mean, 3 or 4 years later, there wouldn't be any signs of gunshot wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, there's a hole through a skull or something. Then yeah. I
When
would
we
think
went
so.
to Mexico City,
Uh-huh.
we went to this museum where they have skulls of Aztecs,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them still had the gunshots, or you could see the holes in their heads.
Damn.
Pretty crazy. From the Spaniards,
And that's
from
what,
us.
hundreds of years.
Hey. Yeah, that was.
Inside jokes. All right.
I hate Alex. Can't wait to you your DNA test. Anyways.
There's also a theory that they faked their own deaths and were in like a witness protection program. But like that's just
Yeah, what would lead up to that though?
yeah, who fucking knows, bro?
Okay, but why is there a theory of them being like drug dealers?
Because of the money?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay, but it's only 32K.
Well, yeah, but who the fuck is carrying around 32K in the bag? You know what I mean?
I mean, well, they were leaving, right? Maybe that's money that has saved up.
Look, I think from the police's perspective, when you find 32K in cash, most of the
Drugs.
times it's they're dealing with a drug dealer or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look,
You know what
like
I
I
mean?
said, I can see someone being a scammer, a drug dealer, in a cult, doing drugs.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Like, who murders suicides?
And doesn't leave the gun there.
And yeah, I know that actually makes a lot of sense.
No, it's because like, come on, like
It doesn't have to be one thing, huh? It could be a bunch of things connecting.
it could be like, yeah, you're many things, you know.
Yeah, that's true. But look, I don't know.
And maybe they were with the daughter because they were gonna meet up with the cult.
All right, look, let's read the top theory on Reddit.
All right, go.
So this, he deleted his username or his account. The only theory I lean towards is that they had witnessed something criminal and Sherilyn and Madison were strangled and Bobby was shot. This would explain the placement of the bodies, face down next to one another in a grave. Bobby having a small hole in the back of his skull, as low velocity rounds like the 22 have the power to enter a skull, but usually not exit. And also explain Sherilyn's missing 22 caliber pistol. If it was murder-suicide, the bodies would not be face down, although they could be. Just seems a bit strange in those scenarios. The gun would still be at the scene if the skulls had not been blown away, floated away in a flood.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they would all have gunshot wounds in the head, as a 22 caliber is not immediately incapacitating if shot in the torso, even several times. I would think if it was murder-suicide, Sherilyn or Bobby would not want their daughter to suffer a prolonged or painful death. And as gun owners would know, a gunshot to the head would be fatal more quickly, if not immediately.
Okay. So that little hole behind the head, right?
Yeah.
Cool. The reason why that was ruled out by medical examiners is because of what was found around their
Skull.
their skeletons, right? Which is no fucking bullet casings and nothing like that. So like if that theory is true, somebody would have had to gone in there and take out the bullet, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
But over the years, wouldn't that bullet, something happen to that bullet? Just with natural nature and stuff?
Well, we found, was it bullet casings on our little hike the other day, and I would think it would have to be pretty windy for them to be blown away.
I mean, it gets windy.
But then for the skulls or the skeletons to stay there, most of it, because not all of the skeletons were there. It wasn't like a complete, like that. The whole like
it wasn't
wind,
a whole body skeleton.
The wind, the rain, kind of like taking them away somewhere else. That makes sense.
Maybe even animals picking at them.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was what, like 3-4 years now? From 2009
Well, you
to
see, like,
2015.
Again, going back to the medical examiner, I'm sure he's seen a lot of cases of somebody getting shot.
Yeah, what do we know?
Right? Like, I would think that he would know, oh yeah, that's a bullet hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. For me, I don't like that theory.
Your water's right there.
Is that today's sponsor?
No.
Oh yeah, we don't have those yet.
One day. Let me cover it so we don't get.
Yeah,
what is it called on YouTube?
Copyrighted.
There you go.
Okay, well, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't think it's murder suicide.
Yeah, it's not that. I don't think so either.
Not sure why they got killed, but if they were in a cult, probably the cult.
See, know what's weird is
And
that,
it was sacrifice.
but like, okay, when most people think of cults, they think of that, right?
Mhm.
Cults that are like demonic and they require sacrifices and shit like that. But the reality is that most cults aren't like that. Most cults are just kind of like scams.
How do you know? Are you in a cult?
No, it's because it's like,
Hey, what's the one called from the Waco, Texas?
well, I just know it's Waco. I don't know what the cult is called.
I heard about a cult on the Joe Rogan podcast recently.
Well, anyways, this cult, there's a series on them on Netflix. Oh
I
my
know
God, what's it
Waco.
called?
I know Waco. I don't know their name.
Well, anyways,
I was gonna start watching.
they didn't sacrifice anybody.
Exactly. And they were actually really religious.
Yeah.
Their only downfall was that they followed a guy that they thought was like the second coming of Jesus or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? But other than that, they were like really good people. It wasn't like they were
Well, there's different cults.
what? Did I forget something?
well, yeah, the main leader was.
That's what I'm saying. That was their downfall, is that
Oh.
they thought that guy was God
Oh, that I
himself.
thought you meant like. Never mind. Yeah.
Like they didn't sacrifice people, they didn't fucking
no.
rape kids, they didn't do shit like that.
That's
they
not
were just
the cult leader that was fucking all these other dudes, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he was.
What cult are you in, bro? And where do I sign up?
I wasn't gonna say that. No, well, he was with all the women, and even their husbands were in the cult too.
Yeah, I remember that he pretty much like chose, oh, I'm gonna marry you,
Yeah,
and then he would like,
and then he
have
had
sex
kids with
them.
almost all of them.
Yeah, but like again, like not all cults are like you know kill, fucking sacrifice.
Well, I mean, I thought something that I thought was strange was that he said that he saw 3 ghosts on the roof.
It said 2 or 4 ghosts on the roof. Yeah, I mean, look, I could see it that like this guy just fucking he wasn't in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Right, and then they went out. I don't know. Maybe they went out. They got lost.
I mean, could it be a scammer, drug dealer, on drugs in a cult?
Yeah, but
Could one person have all those attributes?
Hold on.
I think
Yes,
so.
but
Maybe he
we're
maxed
talking
out
about shut
his
the
scamming.
fuck up. We're talking about how he died, how they all died. How do you
Yeah,
explain
that
that?
could all lead to that.
But how? Okay, well, how did they die then? If that's your
Well,
theory.
if he was a drug dealer or a scammer,
Mhm.
they got caught lagging.
And how did they die?
Probably strangled.
Look, here's what
I
happened.
don't like that theory.
Drug dealer calls him out. Bring me my money. Okay. They drive up there. They bring extra money. He only takes what's his, leaving the $35K. This doesn't make sense.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's the whole
I'm
point
sorry.
of this, is that like that's why it's a mystery, right? Because people smarter than us
Leaving
aren't
family?
able to shut up. People smarter than us aren't able to come to a conclusion, and that's what I find funny is that like in disappearances, usually you don't have enough evidence,
Mhm.
right? And that's why it's like not solved. But in this one, there's so much there. But it's just that it doesn't lead anywhere, right? So I don't know. I mean, like it's like you said, yeah, they could have been all those things, but I don't think that explains why they're dead.
Could it be they were on drugs and that shit was laced?
Yeah, actually,
Maybe.
but the kid,
yeah, but the kid, that's true. I mean, maybe they just ran into somebody up there and they had the briefcase on them and the briefcase had some money, so they had no reason to search the truck. Whoever they came across and they killed them, took the money and took the briefcase and dip.
yeah, but again, how did they kill him?
Probably strangled. It's because that's, yeah.
And it's
Wait,
it was
also,
3
wait,
of them, and how many
when you
people
get-
did they have to run into?
Yeah, I know.
When you get strangled, isn't there a certain bone that cracks?
I've heard that.
Remember
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Epstein thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, here's my theory, right?
Oh.
I don't know if it's a good theory, but my theory is that the dad wasn't in a good headspace, right? With the whole ghost thing and
Okay. That went crazy.
and the video, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out and he's like, "Let's go on a walk," right? They get lost.
Mhm.
It gets dark.
Mhm.
Starts getting late. Hypothermia or some shit.
Wait. No, not in Oklahoma.
No?
No.
In the mountains in Oklahoma or in the woods?
Oklahoma's flat.
So what?
I don't think it gets cold there.
I'm actually almost positive it gets fucking cold in Oklahoma.
Oh my god, I was gonna start typing and I detached the keyboard. Wait, don't search before me.
Look,
Yeah,
right now
I don't
it
know.
is a high of 63.
Yeah, that's not gonna cost.
That's beautiful.
Oklahoma. Oh, well, actually look up exactly that place. What was it? Eufaula? Eufaula. 61. If it was raining, that hurts them.
61's not cold.
No, hold up. Well, we're talking about right now. What about in October? What about when
check
they
it.
actually?
What's
were
the
missing?
city called? Sorry.
Eufaula.
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 Faula.
Weather October. Okay, in October it ranges from a high of 76 and a low of 52.
They didn't night?
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't freeze to death.
52.
Damn, 77?
76
76?
and a low of 52.
Moving to Oklahoma.
That's what it is here in October. If not, it's
No,
probably
it's
still
cold.
No, it's
No.
warm in
It's
October.
warm.
now.
It gets cold the last week.
Yeah. I don't think it was that bad.
What if it was raining?
You think they drowned?
No. When it's raining, your body temperature drops.
I don't think it was that. I think you're reaching.
Really, motherfucker? When you guys are reaching for fucking Colts and
Wait.
Drug dealers and shit.
There's something behind that,
You're
though.
saying rain killed them?
hypothermia.
I don't know, buddy.
Let me see.
Okay, and why do people think that they were in a cult?
I don't know. It was just the
Probably
what's it called?
the because she bought the Bible, no?
Bible.
The satanic Bible.
The mom
Oh,
just
that's
yeah.
the mom just had like a
Bible.
no. The mom said that she just thought that a cult was involved, but she like never gave any
Oh, the
specifics.
mom. Okay.
Yeah. You guys are about to feel dumb as fuck. No, I'm just kidding. It just says right here, hypothermia can occur when you are exposed to cold air, water, wind, or rain. Your body temperature can drop to a low level of temperatures of 50 degrees Celsius. Your body temperature can drop even if it is warmer than that amount, 50 degrees Celsius. 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I was
Celsius.
gonna say
Fuck me.
Celsius. No,
They're dead.
Okay, if you guys want to be real investigators, you need to look up the weather on during that time.
I'm actually, yeah, there might be like
what year was it? October 2000.
October 8th, 2009.
All right, October 8, 2009. It was.
Also consider that, like, say they got lost, they don't have to die that very night.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
All right, it's loading. I'm getting it.
It's going to say 80.
It was. It was a high of 54 and a low of 45.
But was it raining or was it clear?
It was
Rainy or windy?
0 rain.
Mm-hmm.
The wind was max 21 miles per hour. That's pretty windy.
Mm-hmm.
And the sea level pressure was at
Oh, okay,
29.
Okay, so
Well,
something else that can go with yours is
Mhm.
that dehydration. If they
That
get
too.
lost.
Yeah, that seems more likely. There no mames. I'm
Wait,
gonna
okay,
I'm gonna
wait, why
fire
are
you.
Why are you saying that if I just proved it to you that you can die from hypothermia at 50 degrees?
It wasn't even that cold.
Okay, great.
It's not like they were naked.
Great
either.
argument. It doesn't say here you have to be naked, you dummy.
It would help.
You know what though? 50 degrees is cold. Like you
Isn't
can't
it like
be out.
50 right now or no?
Depends.
Because I was pretty cold right now.
You
It was
can't be
36 this morning. I was raw dogging those pools.
I think it's so funny when you say that.
You were doing what, Alex?
That just means that he didn't have his gloves on.
It's 45 right now.
Okay, right now I was taking a nap and I woke up and it was 67 in the apartment. I was pretty cold.
But that's when you wake up.
I feel like I might go through hypothermia.
your body temperature drops when you go to sleep. But but okay, like right now, the video showed that they only had t-shirts on, right? Or
Mhm.
what? Did any of them have
Yeah, no, it was t-shirts and
Yeah, I know, like
jeans.
t-
right? So if you go out
Yeah.
in t-shirts and jeans right now, sure you'll be okay for like 1-2 hours, but can you withstand that for
Days.
right? I don't. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I just think that that's what's likely. Or again, the dehydration,
Uh-huh.
the starvation.
Mm-hmm.
You know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
got lost and they
Yeah.
couldn't find their way back. Maybe.
And they were found 3 miles away from the truck.
Which is crazy. That's what's crazier to me. Is like they didn't even stray away that far.
Okay, and then Oklahoma, no mountains, right? I mean, yeah, no mountains, right?
Yeah, no,
Well,
not that I know.
No,
So
but
it's
it
not
was
like they were
woods.
hiking.
No, it was woods.
But there's woods though.
Woods. Okay. So if it's not hiking, I mean, it's, I guess, a little bit easier to move.
It's easier to
3
see
miles
around,
can
right?
be covered pretty fast.
Yeah, if it's not uphill or downhill.
So then how would they get lost?
I don't know, man.
But that still doesn't explain the missing briefcase and gun.
That doesn't, huh?
Mm-mm.
Fuck. They're goes my whole theme.
Yep.
Yeah,
And again, like, if they-
Colt did it, son of a bitch, I'm in.
If they did leave their truck, why would they leave the money behind too?
Well, again, the dad's out of his head, doesn't know what he's doing, right? I don't know, man. This whole thing is weird, because like, as fucked up as it sounds, most relationships where like the man kind of leads, you know, if you're a woman and your man's like, let's go on a little hike, on a little walk.
The only way it could be.
Leave everything in the car. Leave the dog right here. We'll be back in a bit. You know what I mean? The wife is probably gonna be like, okay, fine, let's just go on a little walk, right? She's not really gonna question much. So I can see that happening. But again, it goes like to what you just said right now. Where the fuck is the briefcase? Where's the gun? Which, yeah, I don't know. Or maybe that little drive that they made up that little hill. Remember? Maybe that had something to do with the gun and the briefcase missing. Maybe it was like a drug deal or something. I don't know. I'm fucking picking at straws here. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Speculating.
Yeah. I guess we can all agree that this one's weird, huh?
Well, I mean, no one obviously knows what happened. So.
Yeah. I think this is one of those where I don't think we will ever know what happened unless something crazy happens.
Well, yes, because, I mean, there's no... Is there anything that actually leads them to being scammers or drug dealers?
Again, no. All of that is just
like, were they
assumptions and-
employed? Did they have a job besides...
No,
that?
they were both on disability.
Okay, on disability.
Yeah. Which, again, what he explained was the disability for him, at least, it was
Legit?
yeah, because
Okay.
it was investigated, right? You know.
What about for the wife?
That I didn't find anything about the wife.
And then, like, after they died, well, not even after they died, but, well, when they went missing, they probably searched the house. Did they find anything in the house?
Yeah, was anything found?
Nothing that was out of the ordinary, place, you know?
Well, then, okay. Then I guess we can't say they're drug dealers if there's no drugs found. También.
Okay.
I mean, unless they were going to go buy drugs. But then why would the money still be there?
What if they sold
What kind of drugs
the
were they gonna
drugs?
buy?
Hold up. What if they sold the drugs and they got 32 grand in cash? I can think of, I don't know how much cocaine is. I know it's expensive. What if you put that cocaine in that satchel, right? And like, here's a fucking gun. I don't know. You know, here's a gun to go along with your cocaine. Give me $32,000 in cash. That person then comes back around and strangles him to death. I don't
Okay,
know.
but why did they not take the money?
Yeah, why wouldn't they take the money back?
I know it doesn't make sense, man. I guess I'm sure this is what the cops were doing. How they were all in the room, like, "Well, it's this," and then they're like, "No, you fucking idiot! Where's the money's still there?"
No.
Okay, my question is, where was the money though in the truck? Was it hidden? Was it out in the open?
It doesn't.
That's what I would want
specify.
to know.
I don't think it was out in the open because it was in
Because I can also see, let's say the 32K was hidden, but let's say that briefcase actually had something, you know, something valuable. And let's say maybe they did run into someone, right? Let's say that whoever they ran into, you know, did things to them and only took the briefcase because that's all they saw that was valuable. And they didn't know nothing about the 32K. So I can kind of see that happening too, you know? Or what if they were scammers, right? And like I said, they got caught up, you know, out in the woods. Or they were in the cult, and the cult said, "Hey, come over here. They needed some sacrifices," and boom.
I don't like the cult one, but
Hey, I'm just throwing out theories.
I'm trying to see where exactly the cash was when they found it. You know, sometimes though they don't release stuff like that because like they'll have like persons of interest, and then when they interview them, they're like, "Wait, how did you know the cash was like that?" You know what I mean? We didn't tell anybody the cash was like that. Yeah, everywhere I look, it just says 32K in cash. It doesn't say anything about where it was, how it was, whether it was visible.
Was it in a truck, right? It was a truck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, truck.
Ow, my foot.
It was back in 2009. I was a freshman in high school.
Damn. Time flies, huh, dog? Yeah.
The chocolate had just came out. No, I'm just kidding.
The chocolate, the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, hunters. Yeah, I don't know.
Who was? This was what was the mom's last name or the mom's name?
Sherilyn? Oh, the mom. Sorry, the
Cockerton?
Sherilyn's mom?
Yeah.
Cockerton, yeah.
What if it was the mom?
She relayed rumors of Bob Senior's connections to the Mexican mafia.
It's all this shit where it's like,
Yeah, it's
here's
more.
all this information. Do with it what you think you should. I don't know.
And the police cleared Bob Senior of suspicion after his alibi checked out. Yeah, it probably wasn't him.
So now you guys are bringing the mafia into this.
Oh,
shit.
look,
Alright.
here's where the money was. When authorities found the Jamison's abandoned truck, they discovered $32K stashed in Bobby's toolbox. Initially, the police considered the relationship between the family's disappearance and local meth dealers, but dismissed the notion based on lack of evidence.
Meth.
Investigators found no traces of illegal drugs at the Jamison's home or in their pickup. Yeah,
You know, that's exactly the drug I was thinking about. Like if they were on drugs or anything like that.
because it's Oklahoma and
No. Just because this was saying that they were in a trance. And I seen people on meth. They're like
Yeah.
zombies
They're
and
crazy.
shit.
They're weird. I don't know. Like it's like I said, smarter people than us have tried to find.
I doubt there's anybody smarter than us out there.
No, I'm sure there is.
I doubt it.
We talk about hypothermia and fucking Colts. I'm pretty sure there's smarter people.
Hypothermia in the middle of summer. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck you. All right, guys. I don't know. I mean, if anybody out there has a better theory than what we're pondering, that fucking Reddit guy said, I don't like that Reddit guy's theory at all. Let us know in the comments of wherever it is you're watching. But yeah, I think this one's gonna remain unsolved forever, unfortunately, which I don't like. I like endings, even if they're not happy.
Or maybe one day we'll get enough subscribers and donations and we could go out there ourselves and we'll solve the case.
Like I said, there's smarter people out there.
They underestimate our intelligence.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for today's episode. We'll be back hopefully next week.
Yeah.
on
Wait,
a more-
wait. What is your theory?
What is my theory?
Yeah.
We don't want to hear it, Ali.
Why not? Hold on. Look, this is a family, right?
I'm gonna close my laptop. Go.
These theories, just go ahead and clap already. We're done.
All right.
No, I'm
Thank you
just
guys for listening. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week.